Okay, I think that we can start it. There's also already a couple minutes. We are maybe in schedule, but that's not the problem. I think I want to introduce our panelists today. My name is Pirita Ihamäki. I'm coming Robocoast DIH Innovation Hub and from West Coast in Finland, in Pori area. But I will tell you more about this Robocoast later on. And then we have other panelists like Satu Väinämö and Antti Karjaluoto. You can introduce yourself.
Oh, hello, this is Satu Väinämö. I'm from the north of Finland, from Oulu, and from the Center of Health and Technology at University of Oulu. I will tell you about the OuluHealth Digital Innovation Hub a little bit more, but I'm representing one of the member of the digital hub, a digital health knowledge hub, what is supporting research and innovation in solving challenges in the data and well-being. We are sharing best practices, tools, methods, and building and coordinating partnerships. But you hear more a little bit later.
Okay, thank you, Satu. My name is Antti Karjaluoto. I come from a company called DIMECC, which is an open innovation platform company. We are running different types of ecosystems and also a number of other services as well, helping the companies to kind of co-innovate and do research development and innovation programs. My background is from the consulting and telecom industry. So prior to joining DIMECC 3 years ago, I worked for more than 12 years at Accenture, and before that, about 6 years at the telecom company Elisa. And my presentation is going to focus on a number of examples of co-innovation and cooperation models in industry.
Thank you, Antti. I think that we started and I will share to my screen. Okay, you see my screen? Okay, as I mentioned, my name was Pirita Ihamäki. I'm coming from Robocoast Digital Innovation Hub. As Antti and Satu earlier tell about where is their background, my background is like I was working before Tactic Games, which is the Nordic biggest board game company, where I was in digital development manager when we are doing with the board games for digital activities from there. Like we make like games and those kind of things in a mobile way. But today I'm going to talk about a little bit about this Robocoast DIH Consortium, where is also DIMECC belong now. And here is our consortium. We have Kokkola, Sydenius, and University Consortium of Pori, Data Analytics Research Group, RoboAI. Then we also have Satakunta University of Appliance Science, RoboAI, Vaasa University, and Centria University of Appliance Science, and then JAMK, University of Appliance Science in Jyväskylä area, then also Jyväskylä University, Novia, and Vaasa University of Appliance Science. This is like core competence centers, which we are very much involved with all the time. Then also we have this cooperation platform where is also DIMECC belong. There is a lot of platforms which we use it and do it very good cooperation with them. together. Then also we are digital innovation hubs, but we also belong other European digital innovation hub, which we have in Athena, in university example, research and innovation, information technology, then also Transylvania IT Cluster Digital Innovation Hub in Romania, then Lithuanian Robotics Association, which is belong in Lithuanian area, then Digital Innovation in Tartu, then also KTH Digital Innovation Hub in Sweden, which is the biggest Stockholm biggest university, then also Digital Innovation Hub in Latvia. And this is like area where we belong, and then also European digital platforms is where, like HiPEAC, where we are now in these seminars. This is area where we belong. And where we are is that we are part of Finland's like Pori-Rauma area, and this Vaasa, Pietarsaari, Kokkola, Jyväskylä area where we are situated. And Robocoast core competencies are robotics, cybersecurity, data analytics, artificial intelligence, and IoT, Internet of Things. And what is our goal is promote introduction and research these technologies, companies interactively, but also we also do it like very deeply in companies. We always ask company wants, and this is like one-stop shop for digital transformation services, because we offered companies access to testing and prototyping, our laboratories and industrial living labs. And we do also this kind of industrial living labs in real environment. And also, as I mentioned earlier, that we also, the heart of innovation ecosystem, increase co-creation, and that is the one of the competitiveness, and we bring added value for our ecosystem actors, because we also belong lot of areas in Europe. And one of the working key is like what I'm going to usually doing in daily basic is matchmaking to companies in different areas and looking for international value chains also. And there's a numbers, population in this area is 740,000 people, and we have 300,000 job in this area 2017, and there's a 27 million domestic product. And what is the value of this all in is that export of the goods is 11.9 million euros. And that is one of the value what is this area is that what we want to bring up, that we are really specialists from those export industry. And then this area have 45,000 students, international and degree student 3,000, and then also research and development expenditure is 593 million euros. And this is belong that MDA is what is having this research from us. Then a little bit about Robocoast DIH competence centers. I mentioned we have RoboAI, which is research and development center services, and they can pilot and prototype and test new business opening, automation, robotics, and artificial intelligence. And they can advance of new information generated by researchers from 2 university, 4 research group. And they have 30 researchers, 10 PhD, automation, robotics, artificial intelligence, and data analytics, and welfare technology. And we have also University Consortium of Pori, and they have that biomakers of mental loaded. They are doing this VR and gaming industry, and belong that also taking that in other areas. Then also application of ROS-based mobile robotics in healthcare and social services. Also this data-driven solution, smart farming, we have this kind of things. And augmented reality for smart tourism is one of things what they do. And Vaasa Palosaari campus have a lot of 10,000 students, 900 members, and there's that Technopotnia area which is joining us. Also Novia University Applied Science and University of Vaasa and Vaasa Applied Science together, the same campus, and that's also is the one of the things why they can also make huge opportunities for companies, because there's a lot of people, they have a lot of ideas for startups and those kind of, there's a huge area from that. And there's some key competencies and employment amount the top in Finland, about it energy capital of Finland. And Vaasa is the energy city, and there is a need for international, they're known well in energy sites, and they have a lot of ideas from also companies, and they belong very many groups in energy group international way too, and research also they made it in international. Then we have Centria. Then they have robotics laboratory and security laboratory, which we have also in Jyväskylä area, this cybersecurity side, and there are very many opportunities for there, and they are known in European that Jyväskylä in cybersecurity area. And also as a part of Robocoast DIH, focus area applied intelligence systems and artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, data management and analytics, as well as robotics and additive manufacturing within educational research laboratory in Technopotnia. It's the same area where Vaasa University and Vaasa Applied Science also work with. And a little bit about our services. And as we are in innovation hub, and we have the same kind of services like innovation ecosystem and networking, test before invest, skills and training, and support of fund investment. And test before invest services example, we have modernization review, that consulting and evaluation digital maturity of enterprises and finding right experts and find the solution with them. Then we also have cybersecurity quick scan, that which can increase the cyber resilience of our companies. Then we have modernization plan and simulation services, which can future-proof plan, how to take new digital technologies to use and what kind of plan the company maybe invest from that side. And then we have also industrial living labs, that we can test new technology in real industrial environments. We are having very soon in 5 key area in the port area, which is like huge area from industry of maritime industry. And then also challenge competition and finding new technological and business solution according to company needs, and open innovation competition also. That is also one of the things what we do mostly. Then also R&D workshops for finding methods generating the best business value by designing demo solutions. That's also one of the things that sometimes is demo is that can offer possibilities that what companies might want, or maybe they want to change the idea or something like that, first in doing the demo and acting that in real environment testing place also. There's the one of the case which we have in Robocoast Living Lab in Honkajoki, and Honkajoki processing animal byproduct from Finnish farm, slaughterhouses and meat cutting plants, and refiners from in organic raw materials for various industries. And we have in that spectrum camera example there, where we are looking for real content, what we can find it, and we tested phonetics good to control the quality of the raw material there. Then we have skills and training services example. Then we have talent attraction campaigns, event including hackathons. Then we have matchmaking. Then we have Doctoral School of Eight Digital Academy, which offering upskilling current personnel and recruitment. Then we have A4 MSA courses, other special courses designed according company needs, reskilling and upskilling personnel. And then also robotic academies and other university-led student project courses. That is one of the things that that's why we have a lot of university also, because we have offered that kind of courses. Then entrepreneurships advisor services, which is coaching and mentoring student and startup mindset and supporting especially technology and business students to start their careers entrepreneurship. Then we have that example of FANC is the one of the Vaasa University of Applied Science is the one of the player that have only in Finland ABB companies robots education. And education to ABB robots can done with flexible timetable in the small groups. And this is the only Vaasa can do in Finland now in this moment. Then support to fund investment service example, we have matchmaking to private and public funding. We have coaching with innovation and business models. Then we have accelerator into incubator services with 8 digital partnerships. And then we have investment coach, financial coaching for funding lifecycle management, like creating financial plan. And we have example FIBAN, we belong Finnish Business Angel Network. And there's a local also in Satakunta area, and we have there is 650 approver members, and there's a matchmaking startup investment and sharing best practices and a representation private investor investment. Then we have this innovation ecosystem and networking service examples and service match and potential solution provider with exporting industrial companies with their needs and technological and business solution. And Robocoast DIH innovation ecosystem strength is co-creation and accelerated to deploy new innovation across sectors by creating new value chains and networks. That is one of the key things that we are compromising. We are co-creation with different sectors that is not only like maybe manufacturing, because there's also like different technology companies might have also business developments and those kind of things. That is coming like area where we cross the different backgrounds, people and those kind of things. This is one of the key things what we do. Robocoast DIH hosts different types of matchmaking events, international webinars, innovation bootcamps, startup weekends and technology exhibition. One of the things what we do is usually beginning of June is that match industry. And last year we postponed it because of this corona situation, because we want that we have that kind of matchmaking industry events, which is usually have something like 500 to 1,000 participants. And there are really finite cooperation with companies. We have used it in Prella examples and those kind of operation, but we have really successful stories about what's happening because of this match industry for many years. And next webinars we have in December, 3rd of December 2020, Robocoast DIH Cybersecurity, how you protect your business is that call it. And if you are interested, you can send me email and tell about it, that if you are interested to participate it, then I can send it you invitation. Yes, thank you very much about it. That if you have any questions, you can ask me. Or if some panelists want to say something about it or anything, okay. I don't see any questions here, but maybe we can go to next presentation, and then we have time in lastly to speak about and discuss about what opportunities these digital innovation hubs can give for students and for companies and those kind of things, and what we can do together also. I said Satu maybe can continue.
Okay, thank you. I will share my slides. Let me look. Can you see? Yes, my slides. All right, so as I told already, I'm Satu Väinämö from University of Oulu and Center for Health and Technology. No, sorry, the Center for Health and Technology, which is the manager of OuluHealth, a digital innovation hub. My presentation is including something is including why actually Oulu is strong in the health technology, and then about our OuluHealth DIH, and then what is the future where we are aiming. My background is actually in ICT technology and innovation and service design, so have always been in the interface with the customer and the technology. So not so deep in health. However, I have been last year working in the health area and sector in the university, accelerating the e-health companies, innovation, supporting their innovation and understanding the customers. Then about Oulu. So Oulu is becoming to be a leading, not to Oulu, but actually the Finland is becoming a leading health hub in the Finland in the world, and also the Oulu is the second largest health technology hub in Finland after Helsinki area. So our Oulu has a state-of-the-art know-how in digitalization, and last 50 years expertise actually in wireless technology. We have had a really strong Nokia here. Currently, the network of the Nokia, because the mobile phone Nokia is not doing producing the mobile phones anymore. However, after Nokia closing the mobile phone, there has a lot of expertise in the wireless technology area, and thus we have actually built very strong health technology hub because of that. 2 days ago, a local national newspaper gave the news saying that Oulu is putting a lot of investments in R&D, actually being first in Finland per capita. So again, the biggest, and as a total amount, Helsinki is the highest, but the per capita is in Oulu. Because of this, actually, every day 2.6 billion people are using the IC technology developed here in Oulu. Also, the life science business and infrastructures are continuously growing here. You can see here some of the applications where the ICT and the health expertise has really put together their knowledge, and there is, for the COVID-19 pandemic, there is some products already in there to solving the problems of the COVID. For instance, the Oura ring, what is the smart ring following your your sleep is now testing together with the UCSF University from San Francisco, that can this data, what they are collecting for from this ring, to really show what is the situation. Are you getting COVID, or can they find out that you are ill? Also, there was just today announced a survey, the Sitra, commissioned by Sitra, that here in Finland we are using the smart devices for health data measurement, and 45% of Finnish people are prepared to share their health data with the research program. So there is a big opportunity for the researchers, but also the companies now, to build up the trust with the people, and to get the data and do really great solutions. The next thing what we think, or what is special here in Oulu, what we see it is actually since 2019, we have had the multi-stakeholder cooperation with the strategic cooperation agreement. We have 4 ecosystems there. It has 4 ecosystems, and one of those are OuluHealth ecosystem, what is focusing on the health and digital health. What does this bring actually is that researchers as companies has easy access to these ecosystems and networks, but also to the latest knowledge and expertise. The backbone of the whole thing is that we are working in co-development and co-creation manner. So actually we say that if you come to Oulu with the idea, you can live with the final product. So we actually support you the whole way from the ideation to the final product. And you don't need to do it yourself. We can help you, and there is these ecosystems helping you. We are also investing in the future. We here in Oulu, we are now having a huge investment program, making our university hospital new. So we call it Future Hospital 2030. It will be the smartest hospital in the world. Actually, they claim so, the university. This is not only focusing on the walls and building, but also to really think about the processes, the patient paths, how to utilize the newest technology and information systems to enhance the operations, and then let the healthcare professionals focus their own core expertise. So there is a lot of opportunities for everyone, as it's a 900 million euros investment. Another investment here in Oulu, where we are putting a lot of effort, is a Digital Oulu program, where the aim is to do so that the whole city is the test platform for the innovation. Currently, we have a lot of different kind of test platforms here. There are for the health, but there is also for the 5G. There is also for the autonomous cars. There's a lot of different kind of test environments. But what we are aiming is actually that we have a similar process, similar operating models and the contract forms for the customers, so it would be easy to access to all of these development platforms. The third one, what I picked is the framework agreement and joint action plans with the companies, where all parties are involved to combine and force to generate the best results in the field of the medical research, personalized and value-based healthcare. So there we have those, and we put a lot of effort there, and we are together trying to figure out what are the best things next to do. University of Oulu has decided to have a strategic profiling theme to be one of those, to be the digital health. Why? We have a lot of and strong understanding in the technology, and especially the wireless technology. So we are already researching the 6G in the wireless thing, but also the health and health technology has a very strong there. The aiming there is actually to bring the different groups and the diverse expertise together, and to develop and validate novel digital technologies for data-driven health applications. And then the last one, what I wanted to put here, is actually Digi Health Hub. What is this? It's research and innovation support network. It's building up the knowledge of the digital health, and especially the health data, those its challenges and the best practices and the showcases of it finding out. So building actually up the skills of the digital health. And not only in the area, but that is for the national level also. So then some words about digital health, the OuluHealth Digital Innovation Hub. The welfare industry, as you know, is becoming more digital. And we see that businesses need to dialogue with the end users in order to make a best products and services for the needs. So we actually see that our core bone is really the co-creation, co-development, doing the things together. That's why the OuluHealth Digital Innovation Hub is built based on the OuluHealth Innovation Ecosystem, and bring in the all needed stakeholders for that. The OuluHealth DIH members presents the whole spectrum of the health and social care. There includes our university hospital, the city of Oulu health and welfare, social care. There is companies, there is our Oulu universities, and we want also mention the citizens, because we are testing a lot of bringing the citizen also in the testing and development. What we do is we enable and bring the different combinations of expertise together and together to solve the problems. Our idea is the open collaboration, that almost everybody can come and give their expertise in this co-creation. The main activities what we provide here is the business development, where our business Oulu, our city of Oulu, one of the organizations are providing the services for the companies, the internationalization, funding the financing, invest in marketing, matchmaking, and such services. But then we have a testing and piloting, we have environments there, and a collaborative research and innovation. I will give you some more detailed about our testing and environment, testing and piloting environments. As I said, we want to promote to launch a user-friendly products and services to the market, and thus it enhances the social and healthcare processes and well-being of citizens. So OuluHealth Health Labs are providing these unique integrated health test and development environment where the companies or researchers, if they bring with the idea or product or concept, will get feedback from the users or even from the patients. And we cover actually the whole R&D process. And also we cover from the whole chain from home to hospital and back home. So we have the primary care, we have a secondary care, and then we have also the social care there. The labs are comprised with 3 different labs. The OULU WelfareLab is managed by City of Oulu, and there you can test your services or devices or solutions with the end users, so at customers and patients' home. And then you can get the feedback. Actually, the test environment is a home care patient's home where the patient is using the device, and then there is also the healthcare professionals giving the feedback and looking how it fits the care process. The OAMC SimLab, what is University of Oulu Applied Science SimLab, is a comprehensive simulation and studio environment where the companies can test and develop their products in the health technology and wellness services. So there is more or less the areas where you can, the simulations where you can go and test, and you can have also the feedback from the students, which are in the late grade, or the teachers. The last one is the OS test lab. Oh, sorry. is a OS test lab. What is the development and test environment again for the companies to test their products in authentic hospital environment. You are not actually connected to the hospital system, but it's the replica systems what they have, the patient system what they have in there, but also they can build the area to fit to simulate the hospital room, for instance, or the operating theater or so on. And also they have a 3D GAVE where you can demonstrate it in the 3D model. There you can also get the feedback from the clinics. They are using also that for the future hospital program where they stimulate the building project, but also all the project processes. Then the few examples about the OULU WelfareLab. I picked here the 3 different kind of tests what they have tested or piloted. The first one is a robot case. So it is the medication dispensing service what was tested in the home care patient's home. The company wanted to test that and get the feedback from the nurses and the patients, but City of Oulu wanted to understand that how it will affect the care path, as this robot was will give the medicines to the patients, and no nurse need to go there anymore to really give them. So this is automatically giving in the right time the medicine, and if it's not taken, it's actually notified to the nurse, so the nurse can then to make the decisions that do they need to go there and give the medicines or not. So it actually helps quite a lot about the professionals' work, as they don't need to anymore to go to the patient's home just to give the medicines. The city of Oulu was estimated that 18% of the patients could actually use this one. But while they was testing that and giving also the feedback for the development of it, they realized that the more of the patients can use that, and they evaluated the whole thing and thought that it's a good to start the procurement process after the testing, where they currently it is in use now in 22% of patients' home, this product. Of course, the company got also the reference that the city of Oulu has tested it and currently using, so that was quite good for the company also. The second one was is about the virtual reality platform, what is used in the neurological rehabilitation, where this was initiated by the company who just who wanted to test their product in home care patient's home. City of Oulu is always taking on those also, that it's more initiated by the companies, because they want to know the new technologies and understand that what kind of devices there or the solutions there are available. In this case, where the patient is actually training themselves at home and getting the nurses or the therapists are getting the feedback of the progress, was evaluate, or the city of Oulu saw that it's not mature enough for their purposes. However, they felt that it's like a pre-piloting, and of course the company got a lot of, again, the feedback what to do to make it more mature for that use. The last one is initiated by the city of Oulu needs. So there is a process that they are identified the needs of the professionals, and the city of Oulu needs, and where they pick the most crucial ones. They open typically call, because the city of Oulu as a public sector representative cannot buy anything without the bidding process. So in this case, because they were paying also to the company a few thousand euros to do the development, so this systematic process is actually that they open the call, and then the companies or the researchers or almost whoever can provide the solution for the need, and then they test and co-create it together. In this case, what was the mental health diary app? There was the two researchers who has this great idea, and they established the company. Currently, in this process, they actually developed the idea from the idea to the concept and the product through this process, and currently they are doing the not yet doing the clinical testing, but they are aiming to that. So there was a more or less a co-created process in here from the need to the product. The The other main activity, what OuluHealth DIH has is actually, we call it collaborative R&D activity. As I told you earlier, we are really emphasizing the collaboration and working together. So in this case, we are really boosting the multi-sectoral collaboration, research and development. And that's why we have here the things what we do is connecting different actors. So we are connecting the companies and researchers and healthcare professionals when there is a need for the co-creation. We also build and coordinate the R&D projects within international and national funding instruments. We typically do that with the industry, service providers and academy. And we are also building national and EU networks and coordinating that for the area and for the OuluHealth ecosystem. Currently, we have built an analytic competence network where we bring together data scientists from different organizations and institutions to solve the challenges which are related to the health data analytics in Finland. And this role is actually mandated by Ministry of Social Affairs and Health. But we are also finding the partners from the Finland and Europe throughout our networks of in EU and Nordics and Finland, and building the relationships. Of course, we are supporting in building the digital and data skills. And currently we are collecting success stories and useful lessons learned and practical tips, guides and best practices and assessment tools. So helping researchers and companies in health data challenges. There is a lot of different kind of challenges in the health data, because the data what is collected is actually not for any secondary use, but the primary use what is to care patient. So, and there is a lot of regulations also about it. But as I said in the beginning, the study says that 48% of people, in Finnish people, are willing to share the data, especially the well-being data. Here's the one example about this collaborative research and innovation. So what we did actually is that we wanted to find out that is it possible to find the challenge and then to pick up the right researchers to solve the challenge. So we wanted to demonstrate the really small practical challenges and their possible solutions. So we brought together also the companies and different kind of stakeholders and researchers to solve the problem. What we did is actually we made an iterative process, and we didn't only like open the challenge or something, but we went and learned about the challenges what the businesses and researchers face in their jobs or their operations, where we took the most interesting ones or challenging ones, and then with the series of the workshops together with the different stakeholders, we identified that what kind of proof of concept projects should be launched to solve the problem. And then the project was launched and it was executed collaboration with the researchers and then the expert from the university, hospital and the business representatives. All the project actually utilized and collect health data and different AI and analytics methods. There was 4 proof of concept projects where they, for instance, supported pharmaceutical research and diagnostic of joint and bone tissues. There was imaging data-based service for novel and low-threshold oral health concepts. There was text analysis and for the risk prevention, and then there was also how to classify and analyze the anonymized well-being data. So there were really different there was a lot of different kind of challenges. There was a lot of things what was challenging. The project are still ongoing, so we are waiting for to get the results soon. But currently we can say already that it really enabled to quickly try ideas and possible new methods. And that we put a lot of effort in the beginning, really finding the challenges and the right persons to solve them. It was really worth to do. So what in the future? So like Pirita already told about the European digital the DIH network is going the next step. And they have now defined all the services in the 4 group. We are doing the same and going ahead. But our aim here in Oulu is to build the broad European digital innovation hub with the broad service offering with the several stakeholders. We don't only have a health there, but we have also public sector applications, smart city, also tourism. Then we have technology. Of course, we have a very strong technology background here. But the next step is actually to go be a bigger and towards the European Digital Innovation Hub network. So this summarized the OuluHealth DIH. So we are the multi-partner ecosystem. We have these world-class ICT and health expertise, and we have these labs to help you from the whole patient chain from home to hospital. Thank you.
Thank you very much about Satu. And this was by DigiHealth held in OuluHealth Digital Innovation Hub. Yes, that's correctly. Yeah,
it's quite
Thank
hard because
yeah,
it's the same to me also to say it differently, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But now, do any have comments, or do you want to some kind of discuss about it? If attendees can speak about it, but you can write it in a messenger, that chat room, that we can also take that ideas and discuss about it if you have any comments or something like that. But if not, we have next speaker Antti from DIMECC. Antti can start it.
Okay, thank you. I hope you see the screen now and can also hear me.
Yes, yes.
Great. Okay, yes, as promised in the introduction in the beginning, I will focus on a number of examples regarding co-innovation and co-creation models, and from a very different industry than healthcare. So it's going to be mainly from manufacturing. And yeah, I have divided the presentation in a number of parts. So first I will start with a very brief overview of DIMECC. What is the company I'm working with, and then after that I will focus on the intelligent industry ecosystem, which is or leading it is my daily work. Then I have an example of student collaboration, a programming example from that field. Then after that I will talk about the co-innovation program example. So it's going to be the Industrial Data Excellence Index program, which focuses on data sharing. And then the last topic is going to be about the manufacturing data operator partnerships, and a few examples from that. But let's start from DIMECC. So DIMECC stands for Digital Internet Materials Engineering Co-Creation. So that's where the name comes from. And we are a co-creation company focusing on helping companies with digital transformation mainly. So we work in a public-private partnership PPP model, which means that we have owners coming from both the industry side and then also from the academia side. So we have in total 67 owners. 2/3 of them are leading Finnish companies, and then the 1/3 are research institutes. So all the universities of Finland, for example, are our owners. Then every second University of Applied Science as well, and then some other research institutions like VTT, for example, are also our owners. We are quite a small company, so 11 employees in 3 offices, Helsinki, Tampere, Turku. Then we are currently running 2 business ecosystems. Then we have a very broad network behind us. So we work with the R&D innovation people from the companies and from the academia. And on a yearly basis, it's more than 300 companies or customers who participate in our activities, and it's more than 2,000 people altogether in our network. Here you can see a snapshot of our services. So, for example, in the program and project services field, we focus on the ecosystem side. So currently we have 2 large-scale ecosystems in operation. 1C is focusing on autonomous maritime development, and then the intelligent industry is focusing on manufacturing digital transformation. Then we have a number of other smaller projects and programs going on, for example, in the field of AI, machine learning, and other topics. We are going to launch a 3rd ecosystem, a new one from the beginning of next year. It's in the field of 3D printing or additive manufacturing, and the ecosystem will be called Finnish Additive Manufacturing Ecosystem FAME. So we will hear more about that once it will be launched. Then we have other co-creation services. So, for example, we are running the large network called FIF, Finnish Industrial Internet Forum. There we have more than 200 companies participating, and there are events on a monthly basis. It's about kind of information sharing, and companies give presentations on industrial internet related topics. Then we do university cooperation. We run this postdocs in companies, the PODOCO program, where the aim is to kind of do matchmaking between recently graduated PhDs with companies, and there we got some kind of public funding to do that. Then a company called Demola is partly owned by DIMECC, and Demola's model is to involve students in company development programs, and they have the cooperation model with universities, so the students will get some credits as well, and while they do these company projects. Then we are involved in a number of international networks as well, and then on the bottom of the slide there's the competence development. So that's also an area where we do a lot of work. We have, for example, developed a machine learning academy as part of the intelligent industry work, where the aim is to kind of help companies to understand the art of possible regarding machine learning algorithms. And in that course, the participants do a course project work where they first of all kind of identify what kind of AI and machine learning opportunities are there within their company, and then they build algorithms or models which can be implemented in the company. Okay, I think that's the kind of brief overview regarding DIMECC. But let's then go to the kind of actual concrete example of industry collaboration, and I use this intelligent industry ecosystem as a case example here. So the intelligent industry ecosystem has been in operation for 3 years now, and the vision is that in 10 years' time, Finland will be a global leader in intelligent industrial systems and related business ecosystems. We have currently these 10 companies participating in the ecosystem. There are leading machine manufacturers such as the crane manufacturer Konecranes, for example. Prima Power is doing manufacturing machines as well. Then we have some system integrators and automation providers like Fastems, and then we have these large scale consultancies as well, like Tietoevry and Innofactor, and then of course Nokia, which is also doing a lot of business in the industrial field, and that's where they want to expand as well. So Industry 5G is an important focus area. Then we have some other small size and SME companies here as well. So it's a good mix of kind of manufacturing companies, ICT companies, and also of different size of companies. So the smallest ones are employing only 20 people, and the largest ones are kind of really huge. And here we receive partly funding from Business Finland. So 50% from the budget comes from the companies, and the other half from Business Finland. In the intelligent industry ecosystem, we have decided together with the participants the focus areas. So these are related to the digital transformation of industrial companies, and the horizontal bars here are the thematic focus areas. So we have split the digital transformation into different parts, and of course in every digital transformation journey, kind of the foundation will be the data layer, data and advanced analytics, and here we have started the first program, which I will tell a bit more. It's the Industrial Data Excellence, the Index program, which focuses on kind of creating the capabilities for companies to enable data sharing. So we look at different value chains, how the data can be shared there, and then also in a factory environments. And then the other areas include the autonomous systems, value co-creation in ecosystems. So what kind of new business models, for example, need to be developed, and other collaboration mechanisms in ecosystem. For example, jointly developing AI and machine learning algorithms, and how to share those in the ecosystem setup. Then the human factor focuses on the human-machine collaboration in the AI-driven environment. Then the vertical bars here are illustrating how we proceed with the key focus areas. So the research, development, and innovation programs and projects are an important part of the work we do. Then within the programs, pilots and proof of concepts are created. The standardization work is also something where we are involved, and especially in the data architectures and data sharing field. So we work together with for example, IDSA, it's the International Data Spaces Association from Germany. Then also with the Industrial Internet Consortium from the US, and then we have contacts also to Japan, where they have this Industrial Value Chain Initiative. So we closely collaborate with those organizations as well. Then the competence development is our focus area as well, and I already mentioned the Machine Learning Academy example. We have also created some other learning courses, such as the Business Model Academy, and then the last kind of core activity where we are active is the communication. So we do a lot of promotion for the Finnish industry, and publish articles, position papers, and those type of things. So for example, a couple of weeks ago, we published Industrial Data Economy for Finland position paper, which you can find from our webpage. Then important part of the ecosystem work is to create a roadmap, and that's what we have been doing as well. Here you can see the focus areas from the previous slide mapped to the digital transformation journey, which is the upper part of this figure. So typically when we talk about digital transformation, and this applies to basically every industry, is that the first steps are taken kind of within the company and focusing on the low-hanging fruits, and many cases regarding operational efficiency. So the companies start to evaluate what kind of data sources they have, what kind of systems, what needs to be done there to get the data out of the systems, and also combined to other data sources. Then once the kind of basis is there, then the companies can start to utilize their data and start to think about what kind of new products and services can be built on that, and combining data also with other actors. And then the kind of obvious next step is to start to think about how to kind of monetize these new products and services, and it's typically based on outcome-based business models, and a few of those type of new business models have already been launched, also in the manufacturing industry, and more is definitely coming in the next years. And then the more longer term vision will be that we operate in a more or less autonomous ecosystem or network economy, where kind of the level of automation is really high. AI is supporting the processes, data is shared between the actors in a value chain or in a factory, and that's the kind of vision towards we are working here. Moving on, so I promised to talk about other collaboration models as well. So this one is the student example. The key challenge here was, or the key question was, that how to make kind of mechanical engineering or manufacturing attractive again. So the situation in manufacturing currently is that it's not seen as a kind of modern or attractive industry, and the students especially don't necessarily see kind of manufacturing companies as a place to work if the kind of competition is coming from the kind of very sexy ICT or kind of consultancies. So that was one of the kind of key questions we wanted to address. So how we could make the kind of manufacturing industry attractive again. And we worked together with Demola. They had or they built a student team from 5 students from Helsinki University and 1 from Arcada University of Applied Science. And this was really a multidisciplinary team. So the participants came from very different backgrounds. They were, for example, social psychology, history, mathematics, chemical engineering, political science students. So it was a good mix of people from very different backgrounds, and also from different countries, as there were several exchange students involved here as well. During this 8-week project, we did different kinds of activities. So there was, for example, a factory visit to the Konecranes Homecare factory, as the kind of starting point was that only one of the team members had visited a kind of real or actual factory in their life. So that already helped to kind of open the eyes of the students that the factories of today are not anymore kind of dirty and ugly places. So and then the students interviewed also all the intelligent industry companies, and also then a number of other students, and based on the findings, they introduced kind of 4 different approaches. For example, in terms of branding, so the employer ambassador concept, so that the manufacturing companies really should put more focus on meeting students and providing up-to-date information about the employment opportunities. Then they also had some other recommendations regarding, for example, recruiting, so that they wanted to have a kind of special platform where students can market themselves directly to the manufacturing companies and do kind of matchmaking there, and then some other examples as well. Okay, then going forward to the co-innovation example. So this is the index program. This started last year, and it lasts for 2 years. Here we have 11 industrial partners and 7 research institutions, and the aim in the index program is to focus on data sharing. So we have built a number of different use cases where companies share data between each other, and the aim is to kind of build concrete use cases and also a Finnish industrial data community, focus on novel value creation. So what kind of new business can be brought out from the use cases, and then also the third focus area is around kind of participating in the international standardization work, as this is something which is still ongoing work. And here we pilot the International Data Spaces Association data architecture and try to develop that further and bring Finnish use cases to the IDSA platform. And an important part of this work is also to kind of prepare Finland and the manufacturing companies for the development which is going on the EU level. For example, the Gaia X initiative, which is initiative building a data exchange or data sharing platform on European level. And in the index program, we have 2 kind of domain areas. The smart chain, it's the upper part of this figure. So we look at data flows and data sharing in different kinds of value chains. For example, SSAB Smart Steel is one of the use cases here. So we look the steel's journey from the mine and to the end product, and then kind of see what kind of data can be used from the steel. The steels already have RFID tags, so the information is there, and then it can be enriched with the machine information. So, for example, the machines know then beforehand what kind of steel is coming, and they can adjust the parameters in advance. Then we can also track CO2 emissions from the whole chain and those type of things. Then the other focus area is here, or the domain area is in the factory environment. So the factories start to have already kind of intelligent machines. However, those machines do not necessarily communicate with each other. So the kind of big picture of what's happening in the factories is still missing in many cases, and that's one of the focus areas we work here. Okay, and then the last example is around the collaboration with the data exchanges. And here in the upper part of the picture, we have the steps or stairs regarding data economy or data sharing. So typically, when companies talk about sharing data with each other, it's more at the moment on kind of point-to-point communication and on specific decisions to do that, and data sharing happens in PDF format, Excel files, emails, paper. so on. And then the index program focuses on building a common data space and the industrial data community. And then the kind of the final stage in data sharing is the data market phase, where the companies really start to monetize their data and use platforms for combining data with other actors, and also using third-party data, and also thinking to sell their data to other interested parties. And here in this work, we are combining our intelligent industry ecosystem activities with the platform network actors. So at the moment in the manufacturing field, there are several initiatives regarding data exchanges ongoing. Some are still in development mode. However, operations will be launched later this year or in the beginning of next year. You can see some key player logos here, and we have collaboration plans with all of these actors to really start the data sharing and monetizing the data. Then this work will be linked to the international networks, which I already mentioned. Then as a last slide, so we are an kind of open innovation platform, as mentioned, and we are welcoming new companies to join our journey. So if there are company representatives on the call who are interested in kind of digital transformation of manufacturing, feel free to touch base with me and we can talk more. I think I have used the time given, so thank you, and please comment or ask questions.
Thank you very much about Antti Karjaluoto from DIMECC. This was very nice to hear that DIMECC presentation also. Do anybody have any questions? Then I have one idea then, because I think that we all digital innovation hubs is similar. One thing is similarities, that we all want to co-creation. That is the one of the things that what digital innovation hub is like them hard, or how they work with. And I think that we also work with international networks and companies and students and everything. And we also want to grow, we also want to do that. And now I have one idea that if we can break the ice, that I can share the screen. Let us wait. Oh, share the screen. Antti, can you take off this your sharing? Yes, now. Do you see my screen? Wait. If everybody can go to say that how to make this digital innovation hubs interesting with the student, how do you think about what we need to do? This is for answer for all of us, the panelists, how we can make the attractive from that in the digital innovation hubs for the student. Then I can pick up those what you be answer for that for a few minutes. If you can go to, there's the code number where you put it in and write it down, and then we see what you have been write it. I can check if there's something, or it comes. Hackathons, yes. Good. I'll just wait. Oh, there. How to see it? Do you see it? My screen. I don't know.
Yes, we can see your actually your PowerPoint.
Actually, okay.
If you want to show
Okay.
the results, you might need
Yeah.
to change to another
What about
view.
now?
Nope.
Share. Type of whiteboard. Desktop. Do you see now?
Now we can see.
Okay, now you see. Yeah, okay. Great. I'll just wait. Wait. Okay. There's coming hackathon student project. Communicate a simple message about what they are and how they fit with things familiar to students such as university and EU research fundings. Yes, thank you. Is something else? If I can ask Satu and Antti, do you make hackathons?
Yeah, it depends how you define hackathons. So
Yeah.
I think typically the definition for a hackathon is that the participants might create some code there as well. And that's something we haven't done. However, the kind of demo example on the apathy against the machine, that's a kind of a hackathon where students kind of work together on a topic, but they don't code, so to say.
Yes.
We have done also the hackathon. However, but we have also for the students as a healthcare sector, so the nurses and doctors, when they are studying, they are not actually studying the technology or the devices like e-health devices and so on. So we organize every year this kind of e-health day where the one part of the e-health day is that the companies will bring the devices, solutions or services for the students, and the students are going through them and learn about the devices, what they might have when they come to the work or when they start working. So we get this kind of training kind of for, or the familiarizing for the digital health technology in this way. Also, our sim lab is now integrating the laboratory part to the study, so it will be the part of the education. And they learn there again these digital technologies, or how there are these devices or solutions in their work in the future. So, for instance, there is a remote. How do you say it in English? Is it like the appointment? So it's a remote appointment. They are, because it's not teach today, so they are now planning to do that also, so that those who are the nurses, the studying nurses, they start to get the familiar with that way of giving their care in also. So this kind of things for the students to get the familiar with the digital things.
That sounds good. Yes, we also have in Robocoast, we have already done few hackathons, but we are now cooperated with together with SAMK University in after few months, and there is the one of the things that we developed both of ways that technical students and also marketing and business development student together, they combine the teams that they can develop new ideas, and we have some kind of concept. Some are can coding if they want, if they have that kind of idea, but some peoples are not coding. They have platforms or concepts or what they think about it, how to do it, and then maybe if it's good, the company will hear it and company maybe take it them together to work with them. And that's kind of hackathons we have. And that's hackathon will be in November, middle of November. And that's also is one of the things what we do. And maybe you can go to Robocoast and we get that after all, not yet, but after a few weeks, we have some kind of advertisement, then you can maybe also, because the other part is in a physical part, but there also is the virtual teams that you can do it by yourself to work with your own teams with the virtual way. Yes, then they have a student projects. I think you also have student projects in your digital innovation hubs, because you are cooperated with student too, very much, and especially an Oulu side, because you are close with university also. What about Antti? Do you have a student projects also? Because you own, every university own you.
Yeah, the one which I already mentioned, the Demola project, and then of course the Podoco program can also be classified as a student work, even though it's not a similar student project. But in the Podoco program, the PhDs work 1 or 2 years for a company, and there's also a high chance to get then employed by the company.
Yes, that sounds good. We also have some kind of, especially some students are made it some kind of final works, theses, and those kind of things that could be as a things what people are doing mostly. But when somebody mentioned about finding place where to train or work during the studies, that's also a good idea that we have in one of our project now, Talent Hub, which is my colleague is leading on, Pauliina Harrivaara, and that is like that kind of things that is open to places for students, and especially training places and during the student time and those kind of things. And that is the cooperated with closely with companies and that kind of things. That is one of the things. It is also good, because then also the student who may be coming in this area is not maybe can stay also in living in this area, because they get a job and workplaces in this area. That's why it's one of the things what we want to offer. What about Satu? Do you have something to mind about the trading places or that kind of things?
Actually, no. So the OuluHealth Digital Innovation Hub is mainly focused on the companies and the researchers, and then the universities are supporting the students. So we have made some, like I told, these kind of what I told for the students, like a special things for the students, but not really trying to find a training place or
Okay,
that kind of thing. Yeah, it's more like the to in the same time, like the service make the service providers and the companies some some value for them too. So that
Yes.
is mainly our focus is more in there. So, but anyway.
Okay. Then I have one other questions. What kind of co-creation opportunities these digital innovation hubs need to offer? What do you think about? Maybe if you have some other ideas, what we don't tell or what is not coming even our mind that you might be interesting about it, and if you can also answer for this. Oh. Then let's look the results of that. Taking a little bit time. Yes. No, why is not showing me the answer? Content. Oh. No. Maybe. Okay. Now coming. Okay. Now I take this off and take. Okay. Fundings, collaboration possibilities, ideas. Yes. I think that's funding opportunities. We all are doing that funding opportunities and collaboration possibilities. Yes. But also ideas, maybe like you means that new ideas that we can share that example, what Satu mentioned about health tech, what kind of new, like that's overing, now what is further, how they go to further. And as Antti mentioned about it, this industrial side, this cooperation, you have many examples there. Then also Robocoast, we have that kind of example, AI examples is now coming, and some other things what I think. There's also gaming experience, that because we have that kind of virtual rooms where we offer that, because now example this corona time that people can't see each other, as in this conference is not in a real life example, this is virtual side, that we have virtual rooms that where the companies presenting themselves, the student examples, and that kind of things, that what we have offered lastly, and it's worked very well, and this is the new things example. Yes. Okay, I think time is like we are a little bit have time. If anybody have any questions or things to say about it or from us, then you can also telling about it in a chat room. But if not, I think that is the one of things what we done here now, that everybody, speakers, panelists already make them speeches, and if anybody have something to say, I think that will be the end. Or HiPEAC, if you have something to say about this, if you have some opinion here. No, there's no answer. What about Antti and Satu? Do you want to say some last words before we stop?
I can say a few. So, like I think it came very clear that the digital innovation hubs is a collaboration, and that we all were saying. So I think that via collaboration we will really get the good results, and also in the health sector, what is actually not so. We are not so technology, but we need you to technology expertise to really make the digital health happen. So I'm hoping that everybody who has these skills is also helping us in the health sector to have a good solutions.
Thank you, Satu. That was pleasant to say that, because we really need different sectors for digital transformation and those kinds. What about Antti?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the organizers and the audience as well from my behalf. And yeah, the digital innovation hub concepts are now developing, and there will be these DIHs coming soon, and there's a competition on a national level, and I think it's about five European digital innovation hubs for Finland, which will be selected, and I think that will really kind of bring some more muscles to the digital innovation hubs going forward, and also hopefully some kind of public funding as well, and EU level funding comes also. So looking forward to the next stages in this development.
Thank you, Antti. Yes, that's I'm thinking about it also, that how the Finland will operate it more deeply and more cooperation together, because we get that 5 EDIH European Digital Innovation Hubs, and I think that because we are so small country that we really need to focus on cooperating together and make this best solutions. And I hope that also this these panelists also start to cooperating more deeply together and find best solution in Finland, and make more efficiently from this digital innovation hubs, because we can cooperate together. Yes. Thank you very much about everybody, all audience and everybody to listen, and also panelists. Thank you very much about Antti and Satu to join with us, and I hope everybody to have good day also today, and we will see the next time somewhere. I think so. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.